because she said that one of the counselors was attempting to blackmail her into a murder for hire scheme. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janae, if you didn't know, and today's video is another true crime episode. So if you're ready, let's go. Okay y'all, I've been showing y'all my nails a lot lately, but I did them again. So here they are. As y'all can see, they two different hands. I'm gonna show y'all what I tried to do on this hand. In this hand, I just got real kind of like lazy, because with this hand, right, I'm gonna try to insert a picture of like my inspiration, right? Okay, I thought that it would be kind of easy to do because it's really just a bunch of line work, and it wasn't hard, but it took way too long, like entirely too long. And so when I got done with this hand and moved on to this hand, I decided that I couldn't and I wouldn't, because it was already late and I was tired, and that's the day before I started feeling real sick. So I had already kind of started feeling it in my body, and baby, I just couldn't. So yeah. But anyways, y'all, yeah, I was down bad last week. Like on what was it, Wednesday? I was like, so Tuesday night was the night I did my nails, and I started kind of feeling like maybe you might be getting a little sick. And then on Wednesday, it was like, oh no, definitely you're sick. And I was in bed all day on Wednesday, like the whole entire day on Wednesday. And I started feeling better on Thursday, like well enough to like move about and do the things that I normally do, but not to the point where it was like full scale. I was straight, but I wasn't super straight. And then on Friday, I was like, you know what? My throat has been killing me for the past 2 days. Well, 3 now at that point. And I can't take it. I can't swallow. I can't eat like I want to eat. And y'all know I love to eat. And so I'm going to take my little butt to the doctor, because usually when I get a cold or when I get sick, I get over it really, really quickly. And the fact that my throat was not getting any better, it was just not going to be a thing for me. And so I went to the doctor and I found out that I had strep throat. And I thought that there was only one type of way you can get the penicillin for the strep throat. And I thought that was like, well, no, 2 ways. I thought it was the pill form and then the liquid form. And, you know, the liquid form is for the kids, the pill form is for the adults. But listen, y'all, they will give you a shot of penicillin. I didn't know that. And if y'all knew that, don't call me dumb for not knowing that. Just, you know, now I know. But, yeah, so I got the shot of penicillin and I'm feeling so much better, except for where they gave me the shot at, the injection site has been sore for the past 3 days. But that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to give y'all that little update, because I know if y'all follow my community tab, then y'all saw that I was not feeling well. I just wanted to let y'all know what was up. But the videos that I'm about to tell y'all about, the ones like from today, I don't even know till when. I've been planning them for a long time. I really have been planning them for a long time, because this is a series that I'm going to start on my channel. Y'all let me know if y'all like it or not. I mean, I'm probably still going to do it anyways, because I think it's fun. But so the next couple of videos that I have are going to be based around a theme. And I'm not going to tell y'all what that theme is. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is. But I want y'all to guess. And I'm not going to tell y'all till the last day of the videos what the theme was. And I want to see if y'all guessed the theme. Now, some of these themes, they're going to be very much so like, okay, girl, how did we not know the theme? Like, you could have done something better. But other ones is going to be like, how do these even relate in the slightest bit? So I think this is going to be fun. Now, I'm not going to do it every month. At first, I was going to do it every month. And then I was like, is that too big of a commitment for myself? I don't know. So as of right now, I'm only going to do it every other month. Every other month. Just to give myself some time to like collect my thoughts, to collect all the data, however you want to say it. And y'all, I really feel like I've been talking for a very long time and I haven't started the video. So let's just go ahead and hop right on in. So it's May 17, 2014 at the Central Wyoming Center. And this is pretty much like a rehab help type of center. And it's not necessarily just rehab though. I feel like it's just like a counseling place. So anyways, there was a patient that was court ordered to be at the facility as terms of her like release. And this patient ended up getting in contact with law enforcement because she said that one of the counselors was attempting to blackmail her into a murder for hire scheme. So since the police can't not like investigate this, they have to investigate it. They gotta kind of take it semi-seriously because just in case. So they meet up with this patient, and she basically said her therapist is the person who determines if she gonna get released from jail and if she gonna get custody of her kids back. And she blackmailed her, and she's basically saying, you know, if you don't help me kill my husband, I'm going to send you back to jail. So since the patient was Hispanic, the therapist pretty much told her, look, you're going to use your ties to the Mexican mafia to help me kill my ex-husband, or you going back to prison. And in an effort to stall her, like in an effort to not have her go seek somebody else for the hiring or whatever, and in an attempt to not go back to prison, the patient, I'm gonna call her Caitlin because I'm tired of saying the patient. Even though that's not her name, we're gonna call her Caitlin. So Caitlin told her therapist, like, okay, look, I got somebody for you. You know, I got ties to the Mexican mafia. I got you, girl. And so, like I said, when she got, why have I been talking so fast? I really just been like, I'm gonna slow down. Let me slow down. So like I said, when she got in contact with the police officers, they were skeptical, but they had to investigate anyway. But they needed to know who the counselor was. And this counselor's name was Cynthia Thomas, who went by Cindy. And Cindy, in 2003, she was on the brink of a divorce. And she was, you know, scrolling through the dating apps, trying to see if she could find love when she came across a person whose name was Terry. And she and Terry talked for a good week before they ended up meeting in person. And when they did, they clicked. They clicked instantly. So after they met each other, they dated for a cool 7 months before they ended up getting married. Terry and Cindy had found love again. And the couple moved together in Casper, Wyoming, along with Cindy's kids. And like I said, the relationship was just flourishing, thriving. And Terry and Cindy were like just good together. They love to travel. They love to be adventurous together. And for the first 3 years of their relationship, everything was just like immaculate, like chef's kiss. Everything was going well. But as we all know, things do not stay that way for long, because the 4th year of their marriage, that's when things started to take a turn. And Cindy was evidently unhappy. Like, it was just written all over her face. Just her whole demeanor, her being adventurous, her being outgoing, funny, and just the Cindy that Terry fell in love with, she became bitter and snappy and just not a fun person to be around. Like, she would literally go off on the smallest thing. So when Terry was offered a job about 2.5 hours away in Cheyenne, Wyoming, he took it. He took the job because he felt like maybe distance will make the heart grow fonder and we will be on better terms. Things will get better. You know, we can mend our relationship through a little bit of distance. And so instead of just taking the job in Cheyenne and like commuting the 2.5 hours and being gone for that amount of time during the day, he actually bought a house in Cheyenne. So he was staying there full time while Cindy was still over here in Casper. And I don't know, let me look up how far. Oh, it's 2.5 hours. I just said that. But anyways, distance did not make the heart grow fonder, and things got worse. And pretty soon the couple will be talking about divorce. And whatever was in the divorce documents, Cindy was not happy. She was not here for it. I don't know what exactly like it said in the divorce settlement, but whatever it was, Cindy wasn't happy. And so now this takes us back to the counseling center in 2014. And detectives had to move quickly to intercept this murder for hire because they didn't want nothing to happen just in case it was real. And to be sure that it was like a real thing and that this was something that they really did need to be intercepting, they had Caitlin go to a normal counseling session, and she just literally was there to act normal. She was going to do what they normally did, and if the conversation of the murder for hire came up, she was supposed to talk about it and, you know, just set the lady up. So Caitlin's in this counseling session for a little minute, like a long while, and everything seems to be normal. They seem to be talking about Caitlin's recovery and going back out into society, getting her kids back, what that's going to look like, the steps that Caitlin's going to need to take, etc., etc. And then all of a sudden, Cindy brings up this plan that she has. And so Caitlin puts on her acting shoes. Okay. So Cindy gets to talking about what she wants done and what she needs Caitlin to do. And Caitlin's just playing along like, okay, got it, got it. And Cindy at some point goes to her file cabinet with gloves on. And she pulls out like a little manila folder that has pictures of Terry, plans for like the layout of his house, like all the nine, everything that anybody who's going to take Terry out might need, it is in said folder. Okay, so I already told y'all that Caitlin is going to be the middleman between Cindy and this hitman because she already told Cindy that she got somebody for the job. Now this person that she said she had for the job was a cousin named Frankie, and Frankie I got a cousin named Frankie. And it comes to the point where Frankie needs to be contacted, and the detectives have already given Caitlin a phone number for Frankie to give to Cindy. Right? Y'all following me? Are we here? I hope so. So Cindy decides that instead of her talking directly to Frankie, she's gonna be in the room while Frankie talks to Caitlin. So Caitlin calls Frankie. She say, hey, what up? It's your cousin. Caitlin, I need some stuff done. I told you I needed something done, blah, 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 right? And so Caitlin, I'm telling y'all, she was immaculate. If y'all heard her on that phone call, if I could put it in here, I'm going to try to put it in here. But on this phone call, she is giving a stellar performance, okay? She deserves an Oscar 110 on the test. Like, she did a great job. She didn't give no indication that this was a sting operation, okay? And so at the end of the conversation, it was determined that Cindy was going to meet Frankie in a place called Glendale, Wyoming. And he was supposed to be coming out of what, Colorado? Yeah, because that was the halfway point between where he was in Colorado and where she was in Casper, right? And they also agreed that she would be paying him $4,000, but she would have to bring $2,000 up front, and then she would have to give him the other $2,000 when he done, right? And this meeting was set to happen on May 20th, 2014, which was like 2 days later, like literally 2 days after the police get involved. And this place, this Glendale place, this is not no quick place for Cindy to be traveling. This is 75 miles, okay? That's 75 miles. That's, how long is 75 miles? What's that? That's over an hour to be traveling. So now that Cindy has agreed to meet the hitman, even if she wanted to back out now, they still want to let Terry know that Cindy's trying to get him killed just so that he can like go hide out, go, be real low key, so that just in case she got somebody else watching him or whatever the case may be, they don't want him in his home. So Terry is at home minding his damn business when he walked past his door. And I guess he has those like, those frosted glass doors where you can kind of see not what's going on, but you can kind of see figures outside of your door, but you can't really see what's going on. So he's in his house, like I said, minding his own business, walk past his door and see somebody at his door. So he opened it. And in his face is an FBI badge. And so naturally he's scared and confused, and they tell him his ex-wife Cindy want to have him killed. So this is when Terry leaves his home and he goes to a hotel to hide out until everything is settled. And so the meeting day comes. It's May 20th, 2014, and the undercover officer is in Glendale at the gas station that they agreed to meet at. And they got the whole setup. They got the undercover there. They got the extra cars there to watch them. They got agents at the pumps acting like they getting gas. They got people inside the gas station. You got people acting like they getting air in their tires. They just people everywhere. Just agents everywhere acting like regular civilians of the gas station. And the meeting time comes and the meeting time goes and Cindy is nowhere to be found. Like, just kind of MIA. Like, maybe she not gonna go through with the plan. Maybe she found somebody else to do it. Like, the police are kind of panicking at this point. They don't really know what's going on. They really hope that she still want to come and have, you know, Frankie do it, because if Frankie don't do it, then who else is going to do it if this is something she really wants, you know, to be carried out. And so Frankie calls Cindy and he like, hey, yo, what up? Where you at? And she like, you know, I'm on my way. I'm just running a little late, right? So they like, okay, cool. She is coming. She is like, she's still there. You know, she's still in this, and, you know, she's on her way. But when she gets to the gas station, instead of stopping at the gas station like she's supposed to do, Cindy keeps driving by. Like, she just drive on by. And she ended up calling Frankie to say that she don't know what's going on at the gas station, but it looked like some people was watching her, so she wants to meet a little bit further down the road. And so now Frankie has to uproot himself away from all of the people who are there to protect him, just in case shit goes like wild. And he gotta go follow her down the road a couple more miles to have this meeting. But although they're panicked a little bit, a lot, the detectives and the police officers and stuff like that, they kind of maneuver around the situation. So Cindy finally gets into the car with Frankie, and you could tell that she's nervous. Like, she's shook, she's shaking. She's like, look, she actually even mentioned the van at the gas station. She was like, look, I don't know what was going on at that gas station, but I feel like people was watching me. I know the camera. I know the gas station got cameras, and I just, you know, I felt like I needed to not be at that particular gas station. And she basically just said that she was overly paranoid. And to calm her nerves, Frankie was like, okay, so you doing the most. You're not a cop, are you? Like, now you got me side-eyeing you. And so that kind of brought her nerves down a little bit, because it's like, okay, well, if he thinks I'm a cop, he damn sure can't be a cop, right? Right? So with that, Cindy dropped her guard and they got straight to business. She gives Frankie all the details. She bought her little folder, you know, her little manila folder filled with all of Terry's information. Like I said, pictures of him, the layouts of his house, his routine, just like everything. And throughout the meeting, she really just paints herself as the victim. She said that he owned all four of the homes and that she wasn't going to get none of it, and that the house in Casper, he owned that too, and her kids had to get out by like Wednesday. Like I said, she was just painting herself out to be the victim, like, woe is me, I'm not getting anything in the divorce, he can't have everything, blah blah blah. But even with all of this information and all of this, what seems to be like evidence, the investigators still needed more. So in order to get more evidence so that the DA had no question that this is what Cindy wanted, Frankie decided to ask her, how did she, you know, see this happening? How did she want this done? And she said that her first choice would be to make it seem like he unalived himself, but he could do it however he wanted to do it. And it also came out during that conversation that she had been planning this for 6 months. So there would definitely not be any type of question as to whether this is what she wanted or not, because she said it out her own mouth that she had been planning this for 6 months. However, even though all of that was like a dead ringer, they still needed more. They needed Frankie to give her the option to like back out of the whole thing completely. And then if she didn't back out, they also needed a monetary like exchange, so that they knew, like, once you make a payment, you know what's happening, right? And so Frankie offers her this out. He like, look, once this is done, it's done. You can back out right now, because once this is done, it's done. Ain't no coming back from it. And she was like, nah, 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 nah. We're not backing out. I want to go forward. And with that, she handed over an envelope with $2,000 in it, and they had her right there. However, they decided not to arrest her right there. They decided to follow her back to Casper to see what she would do. And Cindy continued the rest of her day pretty much as normal. There was nothing out of the ordinary outside of the fact that she had just hired somebody to kill her ex-husband. But like, outside of that, she continued her day on as normal, like nothing had just happened. So May 21st rolls around and Frankie sent Cindy a text that said, I went to the gym and the workout was really easy. And Cindy knew that that meant that the hit was done. She knew at that point that Terry was no more. And so because Cindy thought that Terry was no more, the detectives decided to do the death notification. And when they did this, Cindy cried. She cried, but it wasn't no tears. And so the detectives just kept playing along with her little game, and they asked her if she would be willing to come down to the police station to, you know, answer a few questions, to talk to them, you know, to identify some things, and just to talk about Terry and his life in general. And she agreed, but the detectives said, you know, you don't seem like you're in a state to drive yourself. You shouldn't be driving in the condition that you're in. You're too hysterical, right? You too sad to be driving. And so they asked her would she be willing to drive down with them instead, and she agreed. And once they got her to the station, the gig was up. The gig was really up. She tried to fake it. She tried to play it off, and she tried to act like she didn't know what the hell was going on. But they told her that the gig was up, and they know that she hired someone to take out her ex-husband. And they charged her with solicitation to commit first-degree murder. So once she was arrested and in handcuffs, they told Terry that she had been arrested and that she was no longer on the streets. And they ended up talking with him, and he agreed to allow the prosecutors to let her take a plea. And the plea that she took was that she would plead guilty to solicitation of aggravated kidnapping, which was a 20 to 25-year sentence. And during the sentencing, Cindy said that she had temporarily lost her moral compass. And she proceeded to apologize to her kids, her co-workers, her employer, and the community. There was not one apology in there for Terry. And Terry don't think that she's sorry for attempting to have him taken out. Like, he thinks that she pretty much was just like, I'm sorry I got caught. My bad. That is all I have for today's case, y'all. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think the theme of this week is. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. And today, we are in Colorado. No, we not. We are in Wyoming, honey. And it's determined why she even wanted her ex-husband married. I mean, and so Terry ends up, oh no, not Terry.